Okay, guys, so welcome to what I hope to be a sort of weekly nerd rant that I want to do on numerous things that are nerdy. Basically, what I'm hoping to do is maybe do these videos maybe twice or three times a week just to sort of talk about pretty much anything really. So, like anime, manga, games, pretty much anything nerdy. So, like new technology, stuff like that. And, I'll give my own opinion on it. I'll also be talking about like current events, specifically in Australia because I'm obviously Aussie and I don't want to talk about American stuff. Sorry, just there's enough YouTube videos out there about American events, so watch them. Um, so yeah, I'll be talking about like say Manifest, Supernova, Armageddon, and really anything else nerdy that's happening in Australia. So one of the first things I want to do in these videos is to basically talk about some of the new releases that have recently come out in video games. So yeah, and one of the first titles I want to talk about is Ghost Trick by Capcom. Now, this game was made by the same people who did the Ace Attorney series, and if you're a fan of the DS, or a proper fan of the DS, should I say, you should already know about Ace Attorney. The game revolves around a murder victim who wakes up to find that he is dead, surprisingly, and a ghost. I'm pointing out the obvious here. You, the player, must then help said ghost find out why he be dead, as well as protect any squishy mortals, who will meet a similar fate if you do not protect them from the same people who turned you into a ghost, using your powers of possession. Now, as you can already tell, the plot's kind of interesting, which can also be said for the gameplay, which can basically be described as a mixture between a point-and-click adventure game and a puzzler. The levels essentially boil down to you being given a situation, say a bad guy about to shoot an old lady. You then must proceed to stop said gunman using your powers of possession. Oh, I love using that. Creating a chain of events, making it so that that conveniently placed Acme anvil falls square on the gunman heads and kills him. Because why possess a gun, right? Now, I haven't actually played the game myself, what with me being poor. I can say that after seeing so much coverage about it, it's definitely worth a look if you do have a DS and the money. Because it's just one of those titles that's what makes the DS awesome. I mean, you have your 360s coming out with its Black Opses, and the PS3 with its Uncharted Drake's Fortunes, and you have the DS, which has games about a blue-suited lawyer using the power of words and logic to fight crime. Which sounds like a bland description, but people who know what I'm talking about will understand. Objection! So yeah, moral of the story, if you want something a bit quirky on the DS, buy Ghost Trick. Or Phoenix Wright if you haven't already done so. Moving on. Next thing I want to talk about is something that I am totally geeking on about recently, which is manga. Because there is so much good manga coming out all the time, I thought I'd just talk about some of the titles that I have just found within the huge sea of manga that I think is good. Grammar fail, yay! This manga I want to talk about is Black Butler. Now, the manga is essentially about a demon butler named Sebastian, who is employed by Seal Phantom Hive, a young boy who has inherited a very powerful estate in the world of commerce. Now, if you're like me, you love butlers, and you love demons, so this manga is perfect! But not really. The series as it stands is going quite well. The first couple of mangas, while slow, are quite quirky. The dialogue is really well done and the art is beautiful. And the action does ramp up a bit at the end of the second issue. Now there is one tiny problem about the whole thing, in that there are a couple of Yaley references here and there. Just something I wanted to point out. Not that it's a problem for me. Sebastian and Seal for the win! So yeah, in conclusion, highly recommend it, unless you don't like the gay stuff. In which case, shame. So I think that'll be all for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed my sort of quick video. I kind of expected a bit more content, but I kind of need to do other stuff that will earn me money. I don't know why I keep doing my hands like this. But anyway, please leave any comments and suggestions as to how I can make this show better. I'd really like to make this a constant thing because I love ranting. If you hadn't known, telled, blah. I love making videos. That's the point I was trying to make. So yes, spread the word, and I hope you enjoyed this video.